the relief.
I often think how amazing it is that I am a business owner when I'm definitely not a business guy.
When you believe in something and you want to pursue your dreams, you just have to go for it.
I think owning your own business just makes you feel so much more successful.
We take pride in what we do, but being proud of it is a part of it as well.
So when I design stuff, when I market, it's definitely got to feel like me.
Vistaprint allowed me to create that vision that I had in my mind.
I was able to find a template, then just pop my logo into it.
Vistaprint had all the things that I really needed to be able to market my company.
Your business is your passion. Your marketing materials should reflect that. With Vistaprint, they will. So start putting your passion to work for you with 500 business cards starting at just $9.99. That's right, get 500 cards for just $9.99 when you enter promo code TV500 at Vistaprint.com.
I love my job.
Vistaprint.com.
Welcome back. Now, earlier today, the New York Times, along with Stanford University and Resources for the Future, posted results for a new poll concerning global warming, more specifically, how Americans feel about it. And according to the results, most Americans now think that global warming will be a very serious problem for the future of the United States. And more than 50% of the people polled think it has nothing to do, think that if nothing is done to reduce global warming, it will be a very serious problem for the entire world. Now, also, nearly half of the people surveyed think if the U.S. government helps to reduce global warming, it will actually help the economy. All right, Mark, over to you.
Fascinating results today. That's a big switch from where we were even a few years ago with that public perception. In any case, the public perception in the East has been you've had too much snow. But snow's actually MIA in one of the places you'd expect to see it this time of year, Alaska. In fact, some have been asking there, where's winter at all? And this could have major implications for the Iditarod dog sled race when it gets underway just over a month from now. Joining us now is Casey Groves, a reporter for the News Miner in Alaska. Casey, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What do you think? Are we looking for a change in the course for this race since you've seen just so little snow so far this year?
Well, they're still talking about it, and the decision's, a couple weeks away, a little bit more. What they do is they have a ceremonial start in Anchorage, and then they either restart the race in Willow, or in the case of 2003, they restarted in Fairbanks, farther to the north over the Alaska range. And they're looking at that still pretty much statewide in Alaska, that it's pretty dangerous in some spots of that course. And in fact, last year they were considering this as well. And some mushers that had gone through those dangerous spots were pretty angry about it afterward.
Yeah, let's talk about those dangers. I mean, why is everyone so concerned if there isn't enough snow along the course? What does that mean for the people that are out there?
Well, surprisingly, it's worse for the people, the mushers on the sleds, and the sleds themselves than it is for the dogs. The dogs actually get a really good grip when they run like that. The ground's mostly frozen, so they can haul the sleds over it just fine. It's just very bumpy for the mushers. And there's real steep and narrow parts of that course that they get banged around and they run into stumps, and it's just a real rough ride for the sled mushers.
So it seems like, from what you're talking about, that we're seeing this more and more frequently, right? We're seeing this in 2003, that it was the course was shifted. Last year, there was criticism of running the race on the traditional course. So with all of that happening, are you getting a lot of pressure? Are they getting a lot of pressure to change it for this year?
I think they might be getting more pressure from the mushers this year. On the other side, there are lots of communities that are on that route that depend on the Iditarod coming through, and some businesses and things, some lodges that stock up just for this race. So they have more employees, more supplies. But really, I think the Iditarod feels pressure. The Iditarod Trail Committee feels pressure from these communities that really depend on it. There are lots of fundraisers, schools that sell food to folks coming through that make a lot of money off of that, and they've depended on it for a long time. So I think that's where the pressure comes from. But on the other side, like I said, the mushers are real concerned about their safety and having a good race. And if you wipe out pretty hard and bust your sled up and you can't fix it or get a new sled, you're out of the race. Your whole season's kind of hinging on that.
Yeah, Casey Grove, thanks so much. A lot to factor in, right? I mean, you have both the economic side for the race, but also you need the racers to be safe out there.
Yep, for sure.
All right, thanks so much for your time. Great to talk about this. But you know what, let's talk more. Let's show you why so many are wondering where winter went in Alaska. I mean, specifically, look at Anchorage. Normally to date, 27.2 inches of snow. This season, 12.4. We've had more snow in much of New England than we have had in Anchorage. That is just a staggering feat. I mean, look at this. The snow depth right now in Alaska, there's almost no snow in southern Alaska. 8 to 12 inches is the base from Fairbanks to Nome to Anchorage to Bethel and almost everywhere in between. That is not where we normally are this time of year. Now, it is cold. We should have some snow, right? There's plenty of cold across central portions of the state, Viv, but if you're not getting the moisture timed correctly with the cold, then you're just not going to get snow. But there is a chance in Fairbanks on Tuesday. Over to you.
All right, well, keep it tuned right here because still to come, we will tell you more about the concerns surrounding this next upcoming storm as it crosses the country. We'll give you more details when we return.
Ring, ring.
Progresso.
It's okay that your soup tastes like my homemade.
It's our slow-simmered vegetables and tender white meat chicken.
Apology accepted. I'm watching you, soup people.
Make it Progresso or make it yourself.
You used to sleep like a champ. Then boom, what happened? Stress, fun, bad habits, kids? Now what? Let's build a new, smarter bed using the dual air chambers to sense your movement, heartbeat, breathing. Introducing the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology. It tracks your sleep and tells you how to adjust for a good, better, and an awesome night. The difference? Try adjusting up or down. You'll know because Sleep IQ tells you. Only at a Sleep Number store where you'll find the Best Buy rated mattress with Sleep IQ technology. No better sleep with Sleep Number.
Every Sunday night, we're taking our cameras to 14,000 feet.
This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
With these extreme fortune seekers.
Look how blue that is.
Gambling on the dig of their lives.
Get down now!
This is an absolute extreme situation.
If this is my last year on the mountain, be a fine way to go out.
Season 3, Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, overcast, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
All right, so this Tylenol arthritis lasts 8 hours, but Aleve can last 12 hours. And Aleve is proven to work better on pain than Tylenol arthritis. So why am I still thinking about this?
How are you?
Get Aleve, proven better on pain.
You park your car. As you walk away, crunch. A garbage truck backs into it. So you call your insurance company looking for a little support. What you get is a game of 1,000 questions. Was it raining? Were your flashers on? Was there a dog with you? By the time you hang up, you're convinced the accident was your fault. Then you remember, you weren't even in the car.
At Liberty Mutual, we make filing a claim as stress-free as possible. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Attention accident victims.
If you or a loved one has been injured in any kind of accident, you may be eligible for substantial compensation. Don't wait to file your claim. Time is limited. Call now and let a local experienced attorney fight to get you money for your injuries.
If you have been injured in an accident, time is limited to file a claim, so act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
So you're saying you're going to give me my credit score for free, right? And then you're going to ask me for my credit card so you can charge me on the down low. 2 weeks later, look, Credit Karma.
Oh, are you talking to websites again?
It's saying free credit score.
Credit Karma? Yeah, it's actually free. Look, you don't have to put in your credit card information.
Nobody works harder than Vince Marotta.
Vince Marotta's knowledge of the market is second to none.
Vince came to look at the condo with great enthusiasm. He told me he'd be able to sell it, and he did it within 2 weeks in off-season.
He even walked my dog and gave my dog cookies.
I'm Vince Marotta. Give me 30 minutes, and I believe I can earn your business. Your journey begins at MarottaRealty.com.
FAU's Lifelong Learning Society in Jupiter is a great place to learn something new. It offers affordable university-level courses for adults of all ages with no homework, no tests, and no stress. There are one-day lectures or 4, 6, and 8-week courses. Course and lecture topics are taught all year round and include a variety of liberal arts subjects. Take only the courses you want, then sit back, relax, and enjoy. Visit us online to learn more and start your tomorrow today.
Another minute to start your benefits.
Call 888-997-1426 now.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live, where it's time for your full winter weather update. And boy, oh boy, is there a lot of winter weather to talk about. Let's get right on into it, because we are in a very active pattern across the country. Starting out with the snow depth that we've already got on the ground across New England. This is courtesy largely in part to Winter Storm Juno. Most of this area was in a snow drought this winter, and then we got half of the year's average out of one storm. So yeah, there's several areas with more than a foot of snow, if not more than 2 feet of snow on the ground. And now we've got another clipper moving through. So as we continue on through tomorrow, this area of low pressure off the coast will continue to throw that precipitation back towards New England. Plus, it will be extremely blustery out there. So another event with wind-driven snow. Here's the radar right now. A couple of flurries came through New York. They came through Boston. There's still some light flakes being reported in Boston with about 34 degrees. But the heavy stuff is now across Maine, where there's already been a quick 1 to 3 inches piling up right along the coast of Maine. So a quick radar tour here. There's the snow that's moving out of New York City and through Long Island. It's just a couple of flurries. Here's Boston with the steadier snowflakes also leaving, but a couple of flakes remaining. And then, of course, Portland to Bangor along I-95. There is plenty of snow still kicking there. This is the loop of what we expect to happen. And notice how long the snow remains in place there for coastal and eastern portions of Maine. The snow is going to continue right on through the day. And so really until Saturday morning, we're looking at upwards of 8 to 12 inches of snow. And again, Maine, one of those states with upwards of 2 feet of snow already on the ground. And then that's not our only storm. We have this storm out west that is going to continue to slide east. Right now, it's basically a rain event, including for Arizona and into New Mexico. But the higher elevations are seeing some snow, so we can time this out for you too. And notice the ski resort areas, especially in New Mexico, some beneficial snows there, that's for sure. The rain, a big story though. 1 to 2 inches of rain still to come in a couple areas, including outside Phoenix and outside Tucson. There's the snow side of it for now, and then this thing goes into the center of the country and all the way towards the eastern seaboard. So a stripe of snow will set up across the Midwest and right onto the Northeast corridor. Viv.
You know, the Super Bowl and Super Bowl 49 kicks off Sunday in Glendale, Arizona. Now, it's supposed to be sunny and close to 70 degrees. That should be ideal, of course, for the players, the fans of both teams. Our own Sam Champion tackles Super Bowl weather by the numbers in this deep dive into Weather's Wow's Brainstorm.
This year, the Super Bowl showdown pits the Seattle Seahawks against the New England Patriots, with both teams playing the big game in conditions far different from their stadiums at home. for Seattle, their city sees about 95 billion gallons of rainfall annually. But for Phoenix, not so much. Over the past 30 years, Phoenix has had an average annual rainfall of just 8 inches. That means each square foot of Phoenix gets the equivalent water of just 10 toilet flushes each year. And for the Patriots, it's all about the temperature. With a 67-degree historical average for this year's kickoff time in Glendale, Arizona, the Patriots could find themselves in weather 30 degrees warmer than they're used to at home. That's the equivalent temperature difference between your cozy living room chair and the inside of your fridge. And speaking of your living room, if you're among the 110 million of us watching the game at home, chances are you'll be eating in front of the tube and winging it with a nationwide consumption of a whopping 1.25 billion chicken wings expected Sunday. And if it could be harnessed, the energy from all those calories could produce 5 times more power than it takes to juice up the University of Phoenix Stadium, where the game is played. And to wash down all those wings during the game, a total of about 140 million gallons of beer will be consumed. That's enough to fill the entire stadium to the top and could produce enough foam to cover 4 square miles.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, overcast, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, the snow is already falling as Winter Storm Carrie moves through the Northeast. From New York to Boston to Portland, this all includes you. So who will see snow and how much will you see?
And believe it or not, behind Winter Storm Carrie, another cross-country winter storm to tell you about. More snow and ice. We're tracking it all for you. The answers you need when you need them right now on Weather Center Live.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Mark Elliott.
And I'm Vivian Brown. Now, Mark, we started off the week with a winter storm. We're ending the week with a winter storm.
Yep.
Needless to say, it's been a busy week.
It's a bit of weather deja vu all over again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Winter Storm Carrie because it's pretty much the system that's bringing insult to injury.
Yeah, and you know, it's over the same areas. These areas have 1 to 2 feet or a little bit more than that of snow on the ground now, and now we're under winter storm warnings. So especially in Maine, where the snow is going to linger for a long time, you're under winter storm warnings where another 8 to 12 inches of snow could fall before all is said and done. Viv.
Yeah, Boston, you're in play with Winter Storm Carrie as we speak. I'll tell you what, I know that you're pretty much saying, let's get rid of this system, shall we? Enough already. We've had too much. And you have main questions, I know. Number 1, how much additionally? And number 2, when is it all over? Well, we are here to answer those very questions for you on Winter Storm Carrie. And here is the answer to the first one. We're expecting maybe an additional 3 inches or so around the Boston area. It's starting to taper off as we speak, but before it moves totally away, maybe an additional 8 to 12 inches across the northern parts of Maine. Can you believe that? Yes, this system just adding more to what we already have, and we already have a good 2 feet on the ground. Okay, here is Winter Storm Carrie, the area of low pressure just off the coast there of Massachusetts. It will slowly continue moving away, but as mentioned before then, maybe an additional inch or so across northern New England. Not anticipating any additional accumulations in the New York City area, maybe just a few flurries flying in the air, but again, accumulating snow. Additionally, no, we're not expecting that. But here you can see pretty much a solid shield of moderate snow still hanging around over parts of New Hampshire into the central parts here of Maine. But the low pressure itself, again, this is associated with Winter Storm Carrie. The low pressure will be moving away. This is a look at the future radar. The system moving away slowly but surely, and we will notice drier conditions starting the weekend. So tomorrow looking much better. Here's a look at the forecast for you, New York City. Again, throughout the day today, maybe a flurry in the air, but nothing to write home about in terms of additional accumulations. It will be chilly and windy now because the winds will make it feel colder than 35 degrees, dropping to only 11 degrees tonight, and then the sun will be out again tomorrow, but even colder tomorrow with only 24 for the high. Back to you, Mark.
Well, Winter Storm Carrie is adding inches of snow on top of what Juno already dumped in New England earlier in the week. And snowfall near Boston is turning parking into a premium commodity. Meteorologist Chris Warren shows us how folks are protecting their precious parking spots.
In the Boston area, parking places are a premium. The snow's coming down, and it's coming down on what has already been feet and feet of plowed snow. This is a driveway right here. This would normally be parking. There's a driveway here. There's a parking spot right here, and looks like they're saving it with a recycling bin. And across the street again, here's a driveway. No parking here. Another driveway. Parking spot here, and then all this plowed snow, and then another parking spot. If you have a parking spot, you're lucky, but something else you have to watch out for is with the fresh snow, it can fall on some icy spots, and you might not even see it. So with the snow coming down, there are some dangers you do have to think about in and around the Boston area. And it's relatively mild today, but by tomorrow morning, you'll be dealing with some strong winds, extremely cold temperatures. It's going to feel like it's below zero. I'm meteorologist Chris Warren, just outside of Boston, Massachusetts. Back to you.
Thanks, Chris. And can you believe there's another storm on the way after that one, which could also impact the Boston area? Let's go through the details here on this cross-country winter storm, because we're looking at several different pieces that are going to come together and really form a blockbuster storm for many of you from the Midwest to the Mid-Atlantic. We've got one part of this already giving us a lot of rain across the Southwest and some mountain snow. Another piece of the puzzle is out here still well into the Pacific. In the Gulf of Alaska, we've got this big old trough. It's sending the moisture up and over the Pacific Northwest into southern Canada, but it will return back towards the Midwest as some of that rotational energy in the atmosphere meets up with this low. So let's start out with what we do know, because we've got this dip in the jet stream already. It's already here across the Southwest, moving towards the east and picking up the moisture as it does so. So we're going to see moisture coming up from both the Pacific and the Gulf as we move into Saturday here. And we're already continuing to see that rain. I mean, the rain is coming down at a pretty good clip already. Throughout the day here, we're looking at rain Phoenix, Flagstaff, even Vegas getting in on the rainy action. We will see plenty of snow in the higher elevations of New Mexico, which I suppose isn't all bad news because there's plenty of ski resorts across that area. It just means difficult travel. If maybe you're trying to head towards Phoenix for the festivities ahead of the game, there could be some rain slowing you down throughout the day today, and really into the night and early Saturday, there will still be some showers out there. About half to 3/4 of an inch of rain before all is said and done there. We do clear out Sunday, but the damage may already been done because there's a lot of outdoor plans for Friday and Saturday. And the big question is, where do we go from here, right? We've got the rain across the Southwest. We've got the snow across those ski resort areas, Telluride, Tahoe, Ski Apache, all in the mix. We're getting some fresh powder, so that's good news for the ski resort regions. But remember that piece that was going into Canada? Well, it's coming back. The northern branch of the jet stream bringing some of that energy down. The southern branch of the jet stream developing our storm and helping to get the moisture, and it all heads towards the east. So along the track of our low and just north, we're looking at some pretty good snows. This includes Sunday. St. Louis, Chicago, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, all seeing snow. By Sunday night into Monday, D.C., Baltimore, Philly, New York, and yes, Boston, you could see snow. A quick look at some of our most reliable weather models puts that corridor of heavier snow in between I-80 and I-90. That's the USGFS model. The European model, really not all that different. So a quick look to our actual forecast now showing 8 to 12 inches of snow across a swath of the Midwest. And for at least the beginning of the storm, a quick burst of 5 to 8, these numbers might go up as we factor in the rest of Monday. So Viv, over to you.
And that's what we don't want to hear, Mark, because we've been dealing with Winter Storm Juno and now Carrie. Let's talk about the airport delays. You know, the airports were pretty much shut down with Juno. This is what we saw just last week. But things are improving, and more details on that when we return.
The bouquet.
Now you should really increase your odds with eHarmony.com. We'll find the perfect guy for you.
Wow.
Stop waiting. Start communicating for free today.
Home, Dad.
Thanks, buddy.
Does he know what he's doing?
He knows what he's doing.
Ready, Star Command. Prepare for launch.
This should be good.
To infinity!
We all have a Disney side.
Everyone in the car, let's go get them.
And the best place to show it is Disney Parks. So come to the place where the entire family can laugh, let loose, and play together. Disney Parks. Come on, it's time to show your Disney side.
Hi, my name's Serena, and today is day 1 of my Hydroxycut transformation.
We're gonna live free.
I lost 30 pounds. Hydroxycut really works.
Hydroxycut is America's #1 selling weight loss supplement brand. Mix and match gummies, tablets, and drink mix.
Off and on throughout my life, I struggled with my weight, and Hydroxycut is the only thing that has worked for me.
Hydroxycut lets you lose weight your way. And go to hydroxycut.com to access the Be Thinner in 30-day starter plan.
Atlantic Beach, Florida. Oh, love it. Houma, Louisiana. Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas. Been there. Louisville, Texas. Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently. Today, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, overcast, slight chance of a rain shower. High 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Zantac heartburn alert! Stop! Nexium can take 24 hours to work. Zantac's different. Zantac rushes relief in as little as 30 minutes. For relief without the wait, try Zantac. No pill relieves heartburn faster.
At last.
Sometimes at last doesn't happen at first.
My love has come along.
Just kissed my mom.
Are over.
Turning two worlds into one takes love.
And life is like a song.
Helping protect that world takes State Farm.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. Theraflu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. Theraflu, serious power.
Let's go from our little girl to all grown up. Let's say out with the old and in with the options, like that one, or those, with features like this. Let's get exactly what we imagined for less than we thought, and turn a modest budget into a majorly stylish bath. New bathroom? No problem. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Shop stylish vanities in-store and online.
Well, right now we've got some snow on the board. It's across New England with our named winter storm Carrie. Here we go. Winter storm warnings are up across Maine. Winter weather advisories for upstate New York down through Boston, although a lot of that snow is coming to a close as we speak. Here's our low. This low is off the coast, and it is intensifying off the coast. So even as it's pulling away towards the east, it's going to be able to keep this moisture and the snow going for coastal and eastern Maine for the next several hours. In fact, the bulk of the day, you'll see some snow there. Here's the wide view of the radar. You can see that the winds are picking up a bit of an onshore flow still, bringing that moisture in towards coastal Maine. As we jump through the radar tour here, we're looking at some lingering snow showers enhanced by the lakes coming in through State College. We're basically done around New York City. Providence, your snow is ending as we speak. It's further north where the steadier snow will continue. Heavy snow and 30 degrees in Portland right now. And so when all is said and done here, from Portland up through Caribou, a swath of 5 to 8 inches of snow. Anywhere east of there, you get into the 8 to 12 inches of snow still remaining. So some big problems across the northeast corridor. Viv.
All right, that is with Winter Storm Carrie, but we're watching another system that will be making its way across the region. You're looking right now at the New York City area, the airport. We have about an hour delay being reported. The winds have been a factor. Look at that, northwest up to 21 miles an hour, but gusts at times up to 30 miles per hour. So, yeah, huge concerns with that winter storm that's slowly but surely moving away. Now, from the airports in New York City to the beautiful Silver Arch here in St. Louis. We have 36 degrees. Look at that beautiful cobalt blue sky. And I'll tell you what, things are going to change, unfortunately. The skies will become gray and eventually give way to precipitation. Now, what kind? That's what you ask, right? Well, the air we're thinking will be cold enough that we could see some snow in St. Louis and heavier amounts a little farther north. And we say that because the air has already gotten colder. Look at the last 24-hour temperature change right behind Winter Storm Carrie. Of course, we've pushed in some of that cooler and much colder conditions. It's 19 degrees colder at this hour in Cleveland than the same time yesterday. Even Chicago, 8 degrees colder. So that air has settled in, and it's coming down out of Canada, of course, and it represents some pretty chilly stuff. Only 25 degrees right now in Chicago and 27 down toward Indianapolis. Again, St. Louis, you're in the middle 30s. And highs today not expected to get much warmer than what we're feeling right now. In fact, tomorrow, maybe a little bump in the temperatures, but it is back on come Sunday. And that's just when we're thinking the moisture will be coming in as well. So that's why we're anticipating snow in Chicago with a forecast high on Sunday of only 27 degrees. Only 38 in St. Louis, but again, it will be a wet snow we're thinking for you. And 13 degrees we're thinking in Minneapolis. So here's a look at the forecast. There you have it with the system coming across. And we have a widespread area of snow in the forecast on Sunday. I know this is Super Bowl Sunday, and I'm sure you're planning your parties and everything, but please make sure that you're prepared for this snow that will be coming in as much as 8 to 12 inches in the Chicago area before all said and done. Not as much in St. Louis, 3 to 5 inches maybe, maybe a little closer to 1 to 3 inches, but nonetheless, this is a big storm that we'll be following for you. Mark?
So what do you think? An early spring or 6 more weeks of winter? Well, on Monday, we find out from Punxsutawney Phil itself. But is it simply superstition, or is there some science involved in that rodent's prediction? We find out coming up next.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that playing cards with Kenny Rogers gets old pretty fast?
You got to know when to hold 'em. Know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. What? You get it, don't
I
you?
get the gist, yeah.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Seatbelts, headrests, and airbags help you survive a crash. But if you upgrade your headlights, you may even avoid one. See farther, wider, better. Silver Star Ultra headlights from Sylvania.
Heartburn.
Did someone say burn? Try Alka-Seltzer Relief Chews. They work just as fast and are proven to taste better than Tums Smoothies assorted fruit.
Amazing.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Alka-Seltzer Heartburn Relief Chews. Enjoy the relief.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back, guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and craving crusher shakes, free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number's 10 or 50, make the right call. Nutrisystem.
Call 855-789-FIN now and lose your first 5 pounds fast.
Thrilled to have Jim Cantore on the show. He's been through like 80 tropical systems.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
AAA Travel invites you to their 2015 Vacation Expo on Saturday, January 31st from noon to 3 p.m. at the Palm Beach County Convention Center. Listen and learn as travel industry professionals showcase exciting new cruise and land vacations to Alaska, Europe, the Caribbean, and beyond. Book your next vacation at the show and receive up to $500 in savings or shipboard credit from AAA. Register to attend today at AAA.com/travel events.
What would you say to someone watching right now who is thinking about calling American Addiction Centers?
Don't hesitate. Pick up the phone.
If you think somebody needs help, they likely do.
I would tell them you're safe. You're safe. Call them.
Call now and let this place, American Addiction Centers, help.
It's a place of comfort, a place that helps you detox, a place that cares.
This place changed my life.
Isn't it time you changed your life? Let American Addiction Centers help. Call now.
Right now, you can get up to 65% off. Call your travel agent or 1-800-BEACHES. Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, overcast, slight chance of a rain shower. High 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
You are watching the Weather Channel. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, we helped you get through Winter Storm Juno just this time last week. We were dealing with the storm, getting geared up, and right now we're dealing with Winter Storm Carrie. Now, it's just basically adding insult to injury from the heavy snow that Juno left, or Winter Storm Juno left. Look at this. We have as much as a foot up to 2 feet of snow still on the ground, and a lot of this has to do with Winter Storm Juno that just pushed through. So still, we're we're kind of socked in with the snow. And here is Winter Storm Carrie. Now, it's just pushing through the area. And again, we're anticipating an additional 3 to 5 inches across a good part of northern New England. And you can see why. It is snowing right now at a pretty good clip all across the coastal areas of Maine and even some of the interior regions here too into New Hampshire. Now, the snow is slowly kind of coming to an end for you, Boston. And we think as we progress into the next 24 hours, it'll definitely end for us here as the main area of low pressure associated with Winter Storm Carrie moves on away. But until then, again, we're talking about an additional 3 inches perhaps in parts of northern New England here. So we will keep you updated, of course, until this is totally over. Because believe it or not, once this moves away, we'll be looking to the southwest for yet another storm. And this one could bring more snow back into the northeast as we head into the weekend, if you could believe that. Stretching from parts of the Midwest into the northeast going through the weekend. So as it deepens here over this area, pulls in some of the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, it's providing rain in the lowlands right now and snow in the higher terrain, but eventually making its way across the country. Mark?
Well, with all this winter, the guessing game may be done, but on Monday, we'll all hold our breath to see if the groundhog predicts more winter or an early spring. But is it simply superstition, or does the practice factor in some science? Sam Champion answers in this edition of Brainstorm.
Every February 2nd, the town of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania grows 7 times its normal size to see if a weather-predicting groundhog will see his shadow.
Ladies and gentlemen, Punxsutawney Phil!
On average, Punxsutawney has less than 5 clear days during February, and if the day is overcast, sunlight can be diffused up to 100 times, which eliminates shadows altogether. And a shadowless day keeps our groundhog buddy calm, resulting in a forecast for warm weather. But if it's sunny, based on the town's geographical location and 7:30 a.m. start time for the ceremony, the low angle of the sun will create a shadow 4 times the size of the groundhog himself. Turns out that's about the size of a coyote. And according to folklore, this potentially scary shadow means 6 more weeks of wintry weather.
Bill wants to stay in his burrow, guys. That doesn't look good.
For the record, it should be noted, though, that Punxsutawney Phil has only been correct about 40% of the time, which means we'd all have a better chance of predicting the weather with a coin flip. But it doesn't seem as much fun. And you've been Brainstorm. Sam Champion, The Weather Channel.
So how about that forecast coming on into play? Well, we're looking at a storm, not only Carrie, but yes, Punxsutawney. We've got a storm coming towards you. It might be our next named storm, actually. So Sunday into Monday, some lingering snow showers. So that'll kind of block out the natural sun. Maybe no shadow from that, but there's so many cameras there. The lights are on. I don't know how that thing's not always petrified.
I know.
Poor Phil. I feel a little bad for him.
Yeah.
Anyway, live coverage will be in Punxsutawney beginning Sunday with Jen Carfagno. She'll be there. Phil will be making that big call. Will it be an early spring, or will it be 6 more weeks of winter? Well, we're going to try to break it down for you with live coverage.
All right, Groundhog Day is 3 days away, and you know we will be keeping you updated. I hope the groundhog definitely sees his shadow.
I could use some spring.
I know. I'm done with winter.
I don't like it cold.
Me either.
I do like all the seasons, though. We'll see.
Smile.
No matter how well you provide for your family today, if you don't have life insurance, their future may be at risk. Think about what would happen if you were gone. Would they struggle to pay the bills and face an uncertain future? They don't have to. You can help guarantee those you love $200,000, $500,000, $750,000 or more with life insurance through AIG Direct. We'll help you get more for your money, up to 70% more. Just look, less than $14 a month buys a 40-year-old man a $250,000 term life policy. That's up to 3 times what you can get from other companies for the same price. No wonder millions of people rely on AIG companies. The call is free, the quote is free, and there's no obligation. Make the future more secure for those you love. Call now so you can sleep better at night.
For a free quote, call 1-800-521-0331 or visit AIGDirect.com.
Does your computer run slow?
Come on.
Or just freeze and crash?
No!
Does it take forever to start up?
Still waiting.
You need the amazing Wind Cleaner, the easiest way to get all that hidden junk off your computer. Simply plug in our unique USB, and with just one click, Wind Cleaner starts working automatically. It sorts through your hard drive, eliminating useless files and programs. Within minutes, that slow computer is running like new. Look, the competition is $50, and look at all those no's. Wind Cleaner is just $19.99, and look at all those yeses. Look, over time, everyone's computer's memory fills with junk, cookies, even viruses. But Wind Cleaner instantly starts to clean and repair your PC with just one click, optimizing performance and protecting you from future problems. You get super fast startups, speedy downloads, blazing fast gaming, and a much quicker internet experience. It's got the editor's rating of 5 stars from CNET and rave reviews from PC Answers. So don't buy a new computer, don't pay expensive technicians, and don't buy downloads with hidden charges. Get your own Wind Cleaner USB drive for just $19.99. But wait! Order in the next 5 minutes, and you won't pay a penny for shipping. That's right, shipping is on us. It gets better. If you call right now, you can double your order. One for home and one for work. That's 2 Wind Cleaner USB drives and free shipping. Join the millions of customers who have used the Wind Cleaner on their PCs.
Call 1-800-259-0846 to get your Wind Cleaner on this special TV offer. It's not sold in stores, so call now or go to windcleaner.com. So call 1-800-259-0846. That's 1-800-259-0846. Love your PC again with Wind Cleaner. Call now.
Mondays at 9, the Weather Channel unearths the investigation.
This was a totally preventable accident.
The mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
And the final moments.
In 1 second, their fellow passengers were sitting there. A second later, they were gone.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 74 degrees under fair skies. Today, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower. Low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, overcast, slight chance of a rain shower. High 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
So we've got like 60 years of experience here. And that's just Sam.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7.
Right now, the fast-moving winter storm Carrie might have you on the edge of your seat. An already snow-saturated part of the country preparing for another storm. The questions right now, how much, when, and where will it all fall? We're here to take you day by day as you plan what's shaping up to be a busy weekend. Hello, and thank you so much for joining us for Weather Center Live. I'm Vivian Brown.
And I'm Mark Elliott, and we know you're trying to plan all the fun, the festivities, the parties, friends and families' houses. Big game this weekend. So we want to get right onto it because both of these storms could mess up your travel. Starting off here across the Northeast, because that's what's happening now, Viv. I mean, look at this. Winter storm warnings are up across much of Maine. The snow is going to linger there for hours upon hours, just adding up to the problems because there's 20 to 30 inches of snow on the ground already, and now we're adding 8 to 12 more. So where are you going to put all that snow? And then another storm on the heels of that one. We'll talk about that too, Viv.
Oh, yeah, that's what people don't want to hear, okay? But we have to tell you about it. Right now, a live look at some cities that will be impacted in some way or another from Winter Storm Carrie or the next storm that we're tracking for you as we continue to answer all of the questions you have about when things are going to get better. So let's dive right into. First, we'll talk about Winter Storm Carrie because I know if you tuned in this time last week, we were talking about Winter Storm Juno. It was one one that wreaked havoc across much of northern New England, and we had over 2 feet of snow even in the Boston area. New York City, I know I don't have to tell you, at Central Park you picked up almost 10 inches of snow. That system is out of here, but believe it or not, this is a totally different one that we're following today. Now this one won't be as impactful, of course, as Winter Storm Juno of last week, but this one, we've been saying it pretty much all week, is that it's just adding insult to injury. Kind of a slap in the face here with more snow on top of what we've already picked up. So as we get a little closer inspection on the New York City area, at least we're not anticipating any additional accumulations from this particular winter storm. Just a few flurries in the air, perhaps, with the air still being pretty cold. And you can see the radar shows the snow is tapering off in the Boston area, but still lingering along the interior regions and the coastal areas here of Maine and a good part of New Hampshire. But the system itself is moving away, and by this time tomorrow, it will be out of here. So we don't have to worry about heavy accumulations from this particular storm, but some of the heaviest will be across the northern parts of Maine, and that's where we could pick up maybe an additional 3 to 5 inches. So that includes you in the Portland area. Here you go. Today snow, tonight snow, and the snow will linger tomorrow. Look at the forecast. High tomorrow, only 20 degrees in the Portland, Maine area. And look at this, as we go through the overnight hours, the temperatures will really plummet here. By 9 o'clock, waking up tomorrow morning, 3 degrees below zero. That's going to be the temperature, because the winds will still be a factor as well along the coast there of New England as Winter Storm Carrie slowly moves away. Mark?
Well, first Juno, then Carrie, and now another possible named storm slated to hit portions of New England. Meanwhile, Boston's still cleaning up from the first blizzard as snow falls from the second storm. Meteorologist Jim Cantore got a good look at the roads there all morning long, and he tells all of us, including all those Pats fans, what to expect weather-wise throughout Super Bowl weekend.
Hey guys, yeah, we're driving around here in the streets of Boston. You can see some school buses. You can also see a payloader out ahead of me that is essentially just removing snow. They're getting ready for what could be another snowstorm as we go into Monday. We may get as much as 3 to 5 inches as we work our way through today, but that obviously is the plan of business. Get as much snow out of the way before the next one moves in. Now, the snow aside, it is going to turn bitterly cold tonight in Boston. When you wake up tomorrow morning, wind chills are going to be way below zero, and anything that's wet on the roads right now, which with most of the snow it's falling is wet on the roads, it is going to be frozen solid. So tomorrow morning, black ice and bitterly cold wind chills as we work our way through a Super Bowl weekend.
And right now you're looking live at Phoenix, where there is a dumping of rain going on right now. A lot of people headed towards Phoenix, right? I mean, we've got a major event there this weekend. I don't know if you've heard about it. It's a bowl, and it's rather super. But in any case, there's a storm there now, and it is going to be going not only through Phoenix, but across the entire country. Let's start out with what we know, and that's that we've got this area of low pressure already throwing out the moisture out ahead of this storm. This is the beginning of our storm taking shape. I also want to point out this feature. You see this slug of moisture coming in up and over the Pacific Northwest. Eventually, that'll come into play for those of you in the Midwest. So again, we've got this jet stream dip in this area of low pressure. It is definitely contributing to the moisture that is flowing not only out of the Pacific, but also has ties to the Gulf of Mexico, believe it or not. So from Arizona to New Mexico through Texas into Saturday, this is the rainy side of things, unless you're in the higher elevations, in which case it's the snowy side of things. But you really got to be up there. I mean, even Albuquerque has been staying in the mid-30s, mostly rain out of this one. We'll put this into motion for you, and you can see that the showers continue on and off through the bulk of the day. At times, some heavy rain will be featured down here, southeastern Arizona into southwest New Mexico. And the Phoenix area has already picked up 1/3 of an inch of rain. It's still raining there. So through the rest of the day, look what's going to happen. It's going to continue to add up, kind of nickel and diming you with these showers all the way into the weekend. So yes, the showers continue Saturday. Again, lots of outdoor plans leading into these games. So Sunday, the best day, but that's also game day. Some of those plans out ahead of it will be messed up by the rain. So when all is said and done, an additional 1 to 2 inches of rain in some spots, up to an inch through many areas. And then the snowfall, that's a big deal too. From Telluride straight on down through the mountains of New Mexico, some pretty pretty hefty snowfall totals, which is great news for the ski resorts and bad news for the travelers that are trying to go on through. Now remember, I mentioned the Midwest and this tied to the moisture coming out of Canada. Well, this next upper level disturbance will drop down. That'll bring the cold air. Our low from the southwest moves into the center of the country. That brings the moisture, and that's all you need, right? Moisture and cold air to be in the same place at the same time, and we've got the chance for snow. Now, the exact storm track's still a little bit uncertain, but here's the thing. The forecast models are coming together. It looks like a pretty substantial storm for the Midwest into the mid-Atlantic. It's a rain event. North Texas, Oklahoma, most of Kansas will be rain. North of there, especially when we get to Sunday, that's when we really get into more of the problematic snow. St. Louis, Chicago, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, State College, you are all in the mix for a swath of moderate to at times heavy snow. That could mess up your plans trying to get to those watch parties on Sunday. As for your morning commutes, by Sunday night into Monday, this all moves to the nation's capital, D.C., Baltimore, Philly, Newark, New Jersey, New York, up through Connecticut, into Boston again. Are you kidding me? Here we go again, right? That's what a lot of you are saying. Here's one of our models, a U.S. GFS model saying a corridor of a heavy snow along and kind of in between I-80 and I-90. The European, not much different. So these models are now starting to really come together. So we're fairly certain that there's going to be a good 8 to 12 inch snowfall from Chicago to Indianapolis to Cleveland. And that's just the Midwest part of this thing. You slide this on over towards the east just a little bit, and look what happens. Now, again, this is only through early Monday, so these numbers might go up a little bit, but across the I-80 corridor from Philly to New York, the I-95 in play again, Viv, with more snow.
Oh, say it ain't so, because more snow may mean more problems at the airports. Now, even right now at LaGuardia, we have about an hour delay, and it's because of the winds kind of wrapping around Winter Storm Carrie. Winds in excess of 30, 40 miles per hour at times with those gusts. And there you see a delay of at least an hour. And even over to Phoenix, we have east winds, not a big problem, the winds, but it's the rain, as you can see, and low ceilings. So we have about an hour delay being reported at the Phoenix airport as well. So please allow a little extra time to get to the airport to fly out or to pick someone up.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. This afternoon, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Andrew, Rita, Sandy. Meet Chris, Jackie, Joe. Minor damage or major disaster. When you need us most, we're there. State Farm. We're a force of nature, too.
Captain's Log, Day of Discovery. Today, our junior crew members declared their newfound independence. While the young cadets explored uncharted territory, the Admiral and I discovered the Fountain of Youth. Later, we were treated to a royal banquet, and after a brief skirmish with pirates, we celebrated with cannon fire. All in all, another fine day at sea.
Disney Cruise Line. When it comes to pleasing everyone, the difference is Disney.
Sir, we're gonna need you on the runway later.
Don't let a severe cold hold you back. Get Theraflu. It has the power of 3 medicines to take on your worst pain and fever, cough, and nasal congestion. TheraFlu breaks you free from your toughest cold and flu symptoms, so you never miss a day. TheraFlu, serious power.
Let's go from our little girl to all grown up. Let's say out with the old and in with the options, like that one, or those, with features like this. Let's get exactly what we imagined for less than we thought, and turn a modest budget into a majorly stylish bath. New bathroom? No problem. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Shop stylish vanities in-store and online.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
You know, some people have told me reverse mortgages sound too good to be true. I mean, you get cash out of your home, no monthly payments, and still own your home. There's got to be a catch, right, Jesse? Well, there isn't. It's like any other mortgage, only with a reverse mortgage, the loan's paid back when the last borrower leaves the home. In fact, reverse mortgages are based on a notion that President Reagan signed into law over 25 years ago in order to help seniors remain in their homes. If you're 62 or older and own your own home, you may qualify for a government-insured reverse mortgage with AAG that allows you to turn the equity in your home into tax-free cash. And with AAG, there are never any income or credit score requirements.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive a new free information kit, including a reverse mortgage guide and DVD, personal stories from people like you, and a brand new family guide for children and loved ones, all absolutely free with no obligation.
AAG can help you pay off credit card debt, eliminate monthly mortgage payments, and provide some real retirement security.
Call 1-800-661-0312 today to get your free AAG reverse mortgage information kit and bonus DVD.
In the kits, you'll receive a helpful 3-part guide. The first will show you how a government-insured reverse mortgage allows you to access the equity in your home as tax-free cash. 500,000 people have already done it. The second booklet contains stories told by people just like you who've had their lives changed forever using a reverse mortgage. And the third guide is full of helpful answers and information for children and loved ones.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free.
There's simply an effective way for folks just like you to get the cash you need to enjoy your retirement.
Call 1-800-661-0312 now to receive your information kit and DVD, all absolutely free. Call 1-800-661-0312 now.
AAG, the best advice for a better life.
Well, earlier today, the New York Times, along with Stanford University and Resources for the Future, posted results on a new poll concerning global warming. More specifically, how Americans feel about it. And according to the results, most Americans now think that global warming will be a very serious problem for the future of the United States. And more than 50% of the people polled think if nothing is done to reduce global warming, it will be a very serious problem for the entire world. Here's more.
That's a big switch from where we were even a few years ago with that public perception. In any case, the public perception in the East has been you've had too much snow. But snow's actually MIA in one of the places you'd expect to see it this time of year, Alaska. In fact, some have been asking there, where's winter at all? And this could have major implications for the Iditarod dog sled race when it gets underway just over a month from now. Joining us now is Casey Groves, a reporter for the News Miner in Alaska. Casey, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What do you think? Are we looking for a change in the course for this race since you've seen just so little snow so far this year?
Well, they're still talking about it, and the decision's, a couple weeks away, a little bit more. What they do is they have a ceremonial start in Anchorage, and then they either restart the race in Willow, or in the case of 2003, they restarted in Fairbanks, farther to the north over the Alaska range. And they're looking at that still pretty much statewide in Alaska, that it's pretty dangerous in some spots of that course. And in fact, last year they were considering this as well. And some mushers that had gone through those dangerous spots were pretty angry about it afterward.
Yeah, let's talk about those dangers. I mean, why is everyone so concerned if there isn't enough snow along the course? What does that mean for the people that are out there?
Well, surprisingly, it's worse for the people, the mushers on the sleds, and the sleds themselves than it is for the dogs. The dogs actually get a really good grip when they run like that. The ground's mostly frozen, so they can haul the sleds over just fine. It's just very bumpy for the mushers. And there's real steep and narrow parts of that course that they get banged around and they run into stumps, and it's just a real rough ride for the sled mushers.
So it seems like, from what you're talking about, that we're seeing this more and more frequently, right? We're seeing this in 2003, that it was the course was shifted. Last year, there was criticism of running the race on the traditional course. So with all of that happening, are you getting a lot of pressure? Are they getting a lot of pressure to change it for this year?
I think they might be getting more pressure from the mushers this year. On the other side, there are lots of communities that are on that route that depend on the Iditarod coming through, and some businesses and things, some lodges that stock up just for this race. So they have more employees, more supplies. But really, I think the Iditarod feels pressure. The Iditarod Trail Committee feels pressure from these communities that really depend on it. There are lots of fundraisers, schools that sell food to folks coming through that make a lot of money off of that, and they've depended on it for a long time. So I think that's where the pressure comes from. But on the other side, like I said, the mushers are real concerned about their safety and having a good race. And if you wipe out pretty hard and bust your sled up and you can't fix it or get a new sled, you're out of the race. Your whole season's kind of hinging on that.
Yeah, Casey Grove, thanks so much. A lot to factor in, right? I mean, you have both the economic side for the race, but also you need the racers to be safe out there.
Yep, for sure.
All right, thanks so much for your time. Great to talk about this. But you know what, let's talk more. Let's show you why so many are wondering where winter went in Alaska. I mean, specifically, look at Anchorage. Normally to date, 27.2 inches of snow. This season, 12.4. We've had more snow in much of New England than we have had in Anchorage. That is just a staggering feat. I mean, look at this. The snow depth right now in Alaska, there's almost no snow in southern Alaska. 8 to 12 inches is the base, from Fairbanks to Nome to Anchorage to Bethel and almost everywhere in between. That is not where we normally are this time of year. Now, it is cold. We should have some snow, right? There's plenty of cold across central portions of the state, Viv, but if you're not getting the moisture timed correctly with the cold, then you're just not going to get snow. But there is a chance in Fairbanks.
You're clean.
Charmin Ultra Strong cleans so much better it meets even the highest standards of clean. With a soft, DuraClean texture, Charmin Ultra Strong is 4 times stronger, and you can use up to 4 times less.
Charmin Ultra Strong.
Sheila, you see this ball control? You see this, right? It's 80% confidence and 64% knee brace. That's much. Shh. I know that's more than 100%, but that's what winners give. Now bicycle kick your old 401k into an IRA.
I know.
Listen, just get TD Ameritrade's rollover consultants on the horn. They'll guide you through the whole process. It's simple. Even she could do it. Whatever, Janet.
For all the confidence you need, TD Ameritrade. You got this.
Every Sunday night, we're taking our cameras to 14,000 feet.
This ain't a good place to make a mistake.
With these extreme fortune seekers.
Look how blue that is.
Gambling on the dig of their lives.
Get down now!
This is an absolute extreme situation.
If this is my last year on the mountain, be a fine way to go out.
Season 3, Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. This afternoon, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Alka-Seltzer Plus presents The Cold Truth.
I have a cold with terrible chest congestion. Better take something. I'll catch up later.
Truth is, Theraflu Severe Cold doesn't treat chest congestion.
Really?
New Alka-Seltzer Plus Day Powder rushes relief to your worst cold symptoms plus chest congestion.
Oh, what a relief it is.
Here we go!
And now, Alka-Seltzer Plus has a complete line of powders to treat your worst cold symptoms.
Brought to you by Alka-Seltzer Plus Cold and Cough.
Hut. When it comes to losing weight, everyone has a number. And if you want to get your performance back and feel great, do what I did. One call and I lost it all. 22 pounds gone.
Lose weight fast with Nutrisystem's Fast 5 Plus Kit. Lose 5 pounds in your first week, plus 1 inch off your waist or your money back, guaranteed.
Nutrisystem has everything you need to feel better, look better, and perform better at any age, faster than ever before.
I haven't felt this good in years. Thank you, Nutrisystem. I lost 8 pounds in the first week.
Order your 28-day Nutrisystem plan right now, including Fast 5 Plus. Get 1 week of meals, plus 1 week of energizing shakes and craving crusher shakes free. New food selections, new expert guides. Call now and lock in 2014 prices, and shipping is free.
Whether your number...
At the Watershed, we believe in recovery. We believe that every alcoholic and addict deserves the opportunity to be healed. Our team of addiction professionals will address the underlying causes of your addiction while treating you with dignity and respect. We've helped thousands of patients recover from this seemingly hopeless state of mind and body. Addicts can recover. Addicts do recover. No matter how hopeless the situation seems, the time to get help is now. Call the Watershed today.
Xfinity presents.
On January 31st, a fighter with no fear.
Public enemy number 1, it's Nick Diaz.
Meets a legend with no limits.
The greatest fighter on the planet Earth, Anderson Silva. When that door shuts, all hell is gonna break loose.
Oh! Unbelievable! The Spider is back! Oh! Nick Diaz! Wow. Without a doubt, that's a scary man. Anderson Silva. Nick Diaz. This is the fight.
Order now with your remote on Xfinity from Comcast.
Act now. The call and consultation are free.
Call 1-800-307-9899.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Breaking now here at the Weather Channel, our newest winter storm that we've been telling you about, the one that's going to go cross-country from the southwest all the way to the eastern seaboard, has been named. Let's give you the lowdown now on Winter Storm Linus. And we'll start out with what we know right now. And what we are definitely sure about is that we've got this area of low pressure getting organized here across the southwestern United States. Big old dip in the jet stream, that's the energy that's coming together, forming this storm. And as this dip moves to the east, this is going to get very well organized. In doing so, it's going to be able to pick up moisture both from the Pacific and from the Gulf and really juice up this storm. So we're looking at a lot of rain here from Arizona to New Mexico to Texas. Several inches of rain possible in many of these locations. So over the deserts, this could be problematic. In fact, we've already picked up about 1/3 of an inch of rain in Phoenix, and it is still raining there now. Looping this into motion for you, here's the timing on the top of the screen. Steady rain at times, especially here in southeastern Arizona and southwestern New Mexico. That's where some of the heaviest rainfall is still yet to come from Winter Storm Linus. So again, outside Phoenix, outside Tucson, 1 to 2 inches additional rains, up to 1 inch additional in Phoenix, which is a big deal considering how many people are coming to Phoenix right now out ahead of this weekend's big football game. As for the snow, Arizona, you're not going to see a lot of snow out of this one. You got to get up towards the Grand Canyon, maybe the North Rim. You'll see some of this snow. Further east, as the cold air starts to come into play, totally different story. The ski resorts in Colorado, down through New Mexico, substantial snows for you. Many locations will see 5 to 8 inches or more, especially in those highest elevations. And all of you are asking what happens then. This is part of why we are naming this storm, because it looks very certain certain now that there will be widespread winter storm warnings overspreading the Midwest all the way towards the eastern seaboard. So we've got a storm that's going to be bringing up moisture from the south. We've got a second little piece of energy dropping down from the north. That'll bring the cold air. So we're going to have both, and that's all you need, right? Cold air and moisture. And look what develops here across the center of the country. We are talking snow. St. Louis, Chicago, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, eventually all the way to the eastern seaboard. But just for Sunday alone, factor this in as you're making your watch party plans. Travel's going to be difficult here. At times, a moderate to heavy snow is not out of the question. This, of course, includes much of the I-80 corridor up through I-90. Even I-94 can't be completely ruled out to see some of that snow. By Monday, this goes towards the eastern seaboard. We're talking bad commuting, especially in the morning. D.C., you might eventually mix in with rain. There will be a rain-snow line out of this one because there is some of that warmth coming up from the south. Baltimore, though, especially once you get up towards Philly, looks like a guarantee that it's going to be a messy commute for you. A lot of snow will be featured there. New York City, we're talking snow for you. Bridgeport, Connecticut, up through, Boston. Here we go again. It's 1, 2, 3 punch at this point, as Winter Storm Linus will be here by Monday. Now, again, there are still some questions in the models as to who's going to see the steadiest and heaviest snow. That said, these models are coming together fairly well at this point. This is the USGFS model, one of the most reliable American models here, and we've got this corridor. Look, I-80 and I-90 seem to be the focal point in between those roads. That'll be a focal point of some of the steadiest and heaviest snow, according to this model, especially through Pennsylvania and down through Philadelphia. That might be the exception to go south of I-80. That's the U.S. model. How's the European model looking right now? Pretty similar, right? That's what's giving us so much confidence now at where we're going to see the snow setting up and why it's getting this name right now. So we're looking from, let's say just south of Boston through New York, across the I-80 corridor, continuing through the Midwest all the way to Chicago. So those are the model runs, but how about the actual forecast? Because it's our job to take that science and that art and combine it together to give you an idea of what's coming. And right now, that blend looks like a corridor of 8 to 12 inches of snow this weekend. And in the Midwest, specifically Sunday, from south of Chicago to Indianapolis and just north across Ohio towards the Cleveland area. That's a pretty large swath already of substantial snow. But we're not done there, right? Well, this thing slides towards the east, going towards the eastern seaboard. Now, keep in mind, this is only through early on Monday, so some of these totals may be a little bit underdone as our forecast doesn't go out quite far enough yet to factor in that there may be some areas that get to that 8 to 12 range. So yes, Philadelphia, eventually New York City, Hartford, and Boston all in the mix on some of this big snow. That's on top of the snow that you're seeing right now with the Clipper here in the northeast corridor. That's Kerry. So both Kerry and Linus in play. More details in 1 minute.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. This afternoon, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Not just one, but two named winter storms at this hour. Newly named Linus, following right behind Winter Storm Kerry.
Yeah, more snow and ice. We're tracking it all for you, and we have the answers to your questions right here, right now on Weather Center Live.
Yeah, you know, this is a very active pattern that we've wound up in. We had Juno come through and really set the stage, that fresh snowpack, the cold air, and now every storm that follows has enough of that cold air to get snow.
We don't like the stage that Juno has set, but unfortunately, we are here and definitely will keep you updated on the latest.
Yeah, so, you know, Mark Elliott here with Vivian Brown, and we have been following both of these storms for you.
And here's a look at the winter weather advisories now that are in effect across northern New England. This is not from the newest named storm, but the one we've been watching for the last day or so, Winter Storm Carrie, as it provides more snow for parts of northern New England. Now to Linus, and more on this with Mark.
Yeah, Viv, this is rough because we have already snow on the ground from Juno. We're getting more snow right now from Carrie. And now, just now, Winter Storm Linus has been named. We're going to continue to follow this storm for you as well. So let's start things out with the southwest because that's where Linus is getting organized. Area of low pressure just around the Four Corners area now, sending up moisture. You can see the water vapor loop here, a measure of the middle and upper levels amounts of moisture in the air. Another thing to note here is this mess, another low over the Gulf of Alaska, sending some of its energy, some of that rotation will go up and over the Pacific Northwest into southern Canada, and they're both going to fuse together here in the center of the country as both parts of the jet stream will come into play here. First, the southern branch of the jet stream, this one responsible for bringing up the moisture. This jet stream dip is sliding towards the east, and as it does so, it's picking up tropical moisture. The Pacific and the Gulf both in play here. So from Arizona to New Mexico to Texas, we're looking at the precipitation on the increase. In fact, we've seen it all day long. Here comes the model loop timing out who's going to see the rain and the snow and the higher elevations anyway from Winter Storm Linus through the rest of the day and on through Saturday. And again, for now, it is a higher elevation snowstorm. In a place like Phoenix, we're talking rain. You've already seen about 1/3 of an inch of rain. This is the additional rainfall that's possible as we make our way through the weekend. And notice it does include much of Saturday now too. Lingering showers, kind of nickel and dime you to a pretty substantial rainfall event Saturday. You clear out by the big game time on Sunday. But if you're traveling into Phoenix, Linus is going to mess up the roads. Whether it's snow in the higher elevations or rain for the lower ones, it all boils down to some slick spots that you got to watch out for across the southwest. Hey, here's the snow side of things from Telluride down through the ski resorts of New Mexico. You're in play here for some pretty substantial snow. But again, remember that northern branch of the jet stream that I was telling you about? This is the next phase. We get this a new upper level disturbance to come down. It brings in the cold air. A storm develops right in between. Moisture comes up from the south. Cold air drops in from the north, and boom, we've got a snowstorm on our hands. That's exactly what we're talking about. Now, this track is becoming more and more certain as we have gone through the day. And that's why this has gotten a name. The models are all coming together now at a substantial snow across the Midwest, right along I-80 for Sunday, including big cities just outside St. Louis to Chicago, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh. You are all in the mix on the wintry side of this thing, plus substantial rain, too. The Tennessee Valley down through the Gulf Coast. Can't forget about you, as rain and thunderstorms could be featured on Sunday, especially near the Gulf. A slight chance of a severe storm. But back to the snow side of things, we're talking snow on Monday here across the Northeast corridor, specifically in the morning. Terrible timing. After everybody stays up late with the friends and family watching the game on Sunday night, you go out Monday morning to this. D.C., Philly, New York, eventually later in the day, Boston. That's right, commuting is going to be a tough go. So let's talk about those models as they are coming together now. The U.S. model saying, looks like from outside Boston to right along I-80 through the Midwest, that's going to be the stripe of the heaviest snow. The European, not much different. Outside Boston, right along I-80 into the Midwest. So let's check out our official forecast here from the Weather Channel, and it is going to feature that snowfall. 8 to 12 inches of snow in the Midwest, Viv, and eventually some of those heavier totals make it towards the East Coast as well, Viv.
All right, without a doubt, Mark, Winter Storm Linus is taking precedence right now, but let's tell you what is left now from Winter Storm Carrie. You know, it's the second one that moved in right after Juno, and it's causing still some problems across northern New England. So here is the very latest on this system. Maybe an additional 8 inches or so across the extreme northern parts of Maine, but the snow is tapering off as we speak in the Boston area. There's the center of the low pressure associated with Winter Storm Carrie, but this low pressure will be moving on along, and that means that the snow will be tapering off. Already, for the most part, it has ended in the New York City area, but as mentioned, maybe a few flakes still flying starting in northeastern Massachusetts and really coming down at a pretty good clip across the interior and coastal regions here of Maine. There is the area of low pressure associated with Winter Storm Carrie, but Carrie again is moving away. And say this time tomorrow, we won't even be thinking about Winter Storm Carrie anymore, as all eyes will be posted, of course, on Winter Storm Linus as it moves across the middle of the country. But the winds will also be a factor, at least until it moves far enough away to get a little bit better here along the New England coast. So just to be mindful of that, as well as even though the snow will be coming to an end, it's going to take a little longer for those winds to totally wind down here along the New England coast. So this is Winter Storm Carrie. Again, an additional maybe 8 inches or so across the northern parts of Maine. So here's a look at the forecast for you, Boston. Again, the snow coming to an end, but that cold air definitely in, and the winds will make it feel brutal. Look at the morning wind chill factor in the Boston area. 9 below, that's what it's going to feel like. And again, Boston, from Winter Storm Juno, you picked up over 2 feet of snow. And then, of course, Carrie brought its share of snow. So still the wind will be a factor by tomorrow as well. Mark?
So Juno, Carrie, and Linus, a trifecta of storms that will all be messing up your travel plans. When we return, we're going to go through the areas that are seeing the worst of the impacts right now and where some of those travel headaches will be headed as we go through the weekend into early next week.
Does your computer run slow?
Come on.
Or just freeze and crash?
No.
Does it take forever to start up?
Still waiting.
You need the amazing Wind Cleaner, the easiest way to get all that hidden junk off your computer. Simply plug in our unique USB, and with just one click, Wind Cleaner starts working automatically. It sorts through your hard drive, eliminating useless files and programs. Within minutes, that slow computer is running like new. Look, the competition is $50, and look at all those no's. Wind Cleaner is just $19.99, and look at all those yeses. Look, over time, everyone's computer's memory fills with junk, cookies, even viruses. But Wind Cleaner instantly starts to clean and repair your PC with just one click, optimizing performance and protecting you from future problems. You get super fast startups, speedy downloads, blazing fast gaming, and a much quicker internet experience. It's got the editor's rating of 5 stars from CNET and rave reviews from PC Answers. So don't buy a new computer, don't pay expensive technicians, and don't buy downloads with hidden charges. Get your own Wind Cleaner USB drive for just $19.99. But wait! Order in the next 5 minutes, and you won't pay a penny for shipping. That's right, shipping is on us. It gets better. If you call right now, you can double your order. 1 for home and 1 for work. That's 2 Wind Cleaner USB drives and free shipping. Join the millions of customers who have used the Wind Cleaner on their PCs.
Call 1-800-259-0846 to get your Wind Cleaner on this special TV offer. It's not sold in stores, so call now or go to windcleaner.com. So call 1-800-259-0846. That's 1-800-259-0846. Love your PC again with Wind Cleaner. Call now.
Atlantic Beach, Florida.
Oh, love it.
Houma, Louisiana.
Oh, fantastic food. Carefree, Arkansas.
Been there.
Looneyville, Texas.
Done that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania.
Oh, Phil and I go way back. Love that little animal.
Jim Cantori, now on AMHQ. Weekday mornings at 7, only on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 75 degrees under fair skies. This afternoon, sunny, high 75. Winds northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, cloudy intervals, slight chance of a rain shower, low 58. Winds north at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Saturday, mainly cloudy, slight chance of a rain shower, high 70. Winds northeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Let's go from our little girl to all grown up. Let's say out with the old and in with the options, like that one, or those, with features like this. Let's get exactly what we imagined for less than we thought, and turn a modest budget into a majorly stylish bath. New bathroom? No problem. Let's do this. More saving, more doing. That's the power of the Home Depot. Shop stylish vanities in-store and online.
How about over there?
What does it mean to have an unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz? What does it mean to drive as far as you want for up to 3 years and be covered? It means your odometer is there to record the memories. During the Mercedes-Benz Certified Pre-Owned Sales event now through March 2nd, you'll get complimentary prepaid maintenance and receive your first 2 months payments on us, only at your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer.
Energizer Ultimate Lithium, the world's longest-lasting AA battery in high-tech devices. Up to 6 times longer than the other leading brand.
Happening right now, we have a brand new winter storm to tell you about. It is Winter Storm Linus, and Linus has been named as this is going to be a cross-country powerhouse of a storm. Let's start out with what's happening right now, and that's this area of low pressure getting organized as it moves through the four corners. This big dip in the jet stream indicating the energy that's associated with the storm developing. It's also going to be able to tap into a lot of moisture. Notice it comes across the Pacific Ocean and pretty close to the Gulf too. So both water sources in play here with the counterclockwise spin of Linus as it moves across the southern four corners and into Texas. That's the moisture setup, and that's why already we're seeing impacts from this storm. Steady rain in Phoenix, steady rain in Vegas, and steady snow